So let's keep talking about Tears of the Kingdom as I sit here in rush hour traffic for another 45 minutes. Someone almost cuts me off. Nice. I mentioned in my last short how Tears of the Kingdom seems to be using the Back to the Future linear timeline, how Marty goes back in time and things he does in the past directly impact and change his former present, which is now his past's future. It's simple. It's designed to be simple without much thought process put into it because it's a movie. But when you do that kind of thing in a game, especially a game that's going to be 60 hours plus long just to get through the story, you kind of need to have a little more explanation for your time travel mechanics. And even in just using that simple version of time travel, the linear timeline, they still manage to mess it up. And it's mind-boggling. So I brought up in my other video how in the beginning of the game, when Link and Zelda awaken Ganondorf, or rather the events of the calamity and them just tinkering like the Scooby-Doo gang causes Raru's arm to fall off. It's not explained. It's just coincidences, a lot of coincidences. So when that happens, I mentioned that Ganondorf already knows who Zelda is, addresses her by name, doesn't know what Link looks like, but based on what Zelda had talked about of Link 10,000 years ago, he figures out very quickly that the guy standing there with the sword is Link, and that's the Master Sword, right? It can't happen that way because she hasn't fallen back in time yet. Now, think about Back to the Future again. Marty, at the end of the first movie, tries to get back before the events of when he first went back in time happen because Doc gets killed. And in the past, Doc refuses to listen to Marty try to warn him about this because no one should know too much about their future. Instead, Marty gets back with enough time, but the DeLorean breaks down, and he gets back and he watches the events of the beginning of the movie happen. He watches Doc get gunned down, and he watches himself go back in time for the whole thing to kick off, creating that big loop, because that's what happens in this linear timeline. Those events have to happen for the current events to take place. So when Ganon recognizes Zelda and Link, that's already broken that because she hadn't fallen back in time yet for those changes to have been made. It's just so mind-bogglingly bad, and I'm just harping here on that point.